Hi, thanks for joining me. If you are new here, I'm Nina Neski and I do weekly worship song tutorials, and they're full length, they're free, and I love when people learn piano. So today I want to talk about a topic of what to do if someone in your band, one of the team members or someone that you're playing with, whether you have two people playing or three or four or five, what if someone starts playing in the wrong key? So this can happen if a software has an issue, and if you're using like Ableton or you're playing on a keyboard that can switch octaves. So there's so much that can go wrong with it. And actually what inspired me to make this video is because I saw a viral video. It went so viral on a band member, like a keyboard player playing, and then when the saxophone started, it was way off. Like the key was so different. I don't know if you watched the video. I could probably link it down below if I can. Hi everyone. So good to see you guys here. While I am talking, if you guys ever had a moment when you had a song switch in the middle of us playing, so like for example you were playing and someone else started playing like the guitar in a different key, you should share your moments down below. Like I would love to hear that, and that's exactly what I want to talk about today. So before I get in, I want to say that if you are serious about this transformation of not just playing piano for your favorite songs on piano or whatever, but actually if you want to get into God's presence and just worship him while playing piano, and if you want to impact people to also converse when playing piano, I made the piano ministry course just for you to know exactly how to impact people and exactly what to play in different situations. So going back to the fail, so the guy was playing keyboard and the saxophone started with a different key. So what do you do? I had this kind of moment. This was a very long time ago. Usually we practice before worship, so we have everything set before. But it happened to me where I clicked on the wrong button on the keyboard and it actually switched the octaves. No, it not only switched the octaves, it switched the key. It like transposed. And so, oh, sorry. Anyway, so the song, my keyboard got transposed, and so it played good. It sounded good while I was just playing with the keyboard. I started the song, and then the guitar stepped in, and it like, guys, it sounds so awful when someone steps in with the wrong key. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so I stopped playing because I realized what was happening. So I just kind of like I just didn't know how to turn it back on. I had no idea what I clicked. The keyboard that we had was super confusing. So I just kind of waited for, I just let the guitars play, and I waited for someone to actually come and help me transpose it back. So it was a really awkward moment, and they happen. You can't really prevent them too much except by like going through all the instruments before. But I want to answer the question too. What do you do if it does happen? If the key did go wrong, if you don't really know what to do in the moment because everything sounds awful and there's an audience staring at you. So my answer to that would be, look at the person who's playing off key. So is it the guitar player? Is it you? Is it, the electric solo guitar that's off key? Determine what is off key and just kind of look at them. And if they look like they don't realize that they're playing off key, then you have to stop playing. So it's kind of surprising, but a lot of people, they don't have the sound to hear that. They know that something is off, but they don't really realize that they're playing off key. So for example, if the solo guitarist starts playing off key and you know that he's off key, but then you look at him and he's like going at it and he's playing, then you should be the one who just kind of and stops playing, because if he doesn't realize it, he's just going to keep playing. And that's actually the thing, is that in the viral video, the funny thing was that the keyboard player realized that the saxophone is off key, and he kept looking at the saxophone player, but the saxophone player did not realize it. He was just like going all the way in, and the keyboard player he kept playing. The keyboard player kept playing, and the saxophone player kept playing, and it was just like awful for the longest time because they just kept going at it. And I think like if you're looking at the person who's off key and you realize that they don't realize that they're off key, you need to like kind of quietly just like ta-da. And what I would do if you are comfortable with like playing by ear just a little bit, if you're comfortable with playing by ear, what I would do is I would stop kind of playing, just like, kind of get a little quiet and then just sort of stop. And then with your right hand, try pressing on like, okay, this is really risky though. if you're, not confident in playing by ear, don't play anything at all. But if you're comfortable, you could just find one note that's like, that kind of matches what the guy is playing or the girl is playing. If it matches that key, you can kind of like play on that one note with your right hand and find that same note with your left hand and just kind of like, just kind of add it so that people don't think like, oh my gosh, the keyboard player stopped playing, they messed up, You can kind of like play a little quieter and then just find that one note that sounds in tune with the off key and just kind of play it with your right and left hand, that same note. Okay, you don't want to risk too much and play like find two notes, unless you're really good and you can find two notes, then you can just kind of play that like those notes while the person's playing off key. So that's my advice to you is if the off key person does not realize it, then you need to stop playing and find a couple of notes that he's using and just kind of continue with that. Obviously, if the entire song is going to be messed up, then, I think if someone is playing off key, the soloist will most likely notice it and he won't even start the song. So that's my guess. You just need the soloist that can hear it and waits until you get the song back in key. But yeah, it is a difficult situation when things go off key, and sometimes it's not even preventable because like, one click of a button on a keyboard or Ableton or like any software that you're using can mess up the entire thing, and it happens more than I ever thought. Like I was just looking at a ton of like worship videos or songs about off key. I was like, wow. It's crazy how often it happens. So it does happen, but you can prevent it by doing a quick practice session before the actual worship. And if it does happen, just let the person who's off key kind of continue if they don't realize it. And then until they stop, then you kind of can restart the song. So those are my suggestions. I'm going to read some of the comments here. I saw someone wrote a story. Again, if you just joined, if you have a story of someone in your band going off key, what did you do? And how did it end up for you? Okay, so hi Christopher, hi Evelyn. So good to get to see you guys. Hi. I have never seen your face before. Thanks for your videos. Oh, you're so sweet, Jessie. Yes, I do the tutorials, but I also do worship conversations live once in a while. I love being live with you guys because I can read your comments and just have a conversation. So if it ever happened to you where you were in a situation where someone was playing off key, what did you do about it? I love to hear stories. I love stories. So how are you? I am doing great. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I've had lots of revelations recently, and the biggest one is to stay on truth no matter what, because it's so easy to be carried away with life and to lose sight of truth. And I think truth is everything. Jesus is everything. Like truth is Jesus. Jesus is truth. That's just what I've been realizing. Thanks for asking. So Willie wrote, yes, the lead guitar continued the song in a different key. I played keys. Fortunately, I can change keys with him. It was not a problem. Oh my gosh, Willie, I'm so happy that you were able to like switch keys. So did you switch keys? If you're still on here, tell me, Willie, did you switch keys by pressing on buttons on the keyboard, or did you switch keys by like transposing all the chords, or do you play by numbers? So yeah, let me know. If you guys, there's a way that you can play by numbers, and chords don't even matter because you just play by numbers. I actually just released a course on that. It is like genius. I just started playing by numbers and it's so easy to transpose. It like becomes like second nature. You just like switch keys. But Willie, I'm so glad that it ended right with you. And I think that that's the hardest. If the person who's off key continues to play like that the entire song, then everyone has to switch. It's kind of difficult. Like that's a difficult situation to be in. So I'm so happy that you were able to like kind of get out of it. Austin, hi. Can you make a tutorial? Let it wait. Yes, I will add that to the list. Guys, I add all your tutorial requests to a specific list that I have. So I'm keeping track. Thank you for your tutorial videos. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Again, if you have a funny story or a good story of how it ended, like Willie, thanks for sharing that. If you were able to transpose and like just kind of wing it, like that is amazing. Again, thanks for watching. If you're serious about this transformation and you want to lead people into the Lord, go to pianoministrycourse.com. I'm actually giving away a free prayer guide, like what to play during prayer. And this is it. It's a quick little live, and share your stories below. I'd love to read them. Bye.